When non-coders try to build applications using AI, they almost always fall into the same trap, adopting a complex JavaScript stack like Next.js or React. Next.js and React are popular JavaScript frameworks used by professional developers to build highly interactive web interfaces. The result is predictable. You paste an AI-generated prompt, run the code, and immediately hit a wall of red text in your terminal window. Instead of building your app, you get stuck in a loop trying to fix broken dependencies. The reliable alternative is vibe coding, designing applications using plain English prompts, but specifically pointing the AI toward an older, simpler technology stack composed of PHP and SQLite. SQLite is a lightweight database system that stores all of its information in a single standard file. Getting an AI to code successfully doesn't require writing better prompts. It requires choosing a technology stack so bare bones that the AI literally cannot fail to compile it. Over the next 6 minutes, we are going to use this method to build a fully functional, database-driven user directory app. You only need 2 tools open in your browser: an active tab running Claude 4.6 and a zero-setup cloud-based IDE like Replit. An IDE, or Integrated Development Environment, is a digital workspace that lets you write and execute code directly in your web browser. Using these browser-based tools skips the hours usually spent downloading software and configuring local servers. It completely eliminates the need for prior coding knowledge. Preparation here is entirely about environment control. You isolate yourself from configuration headaches up front, freeing you to focus purely on your application's logic. Step 1 is initializing the AI correctly. Left to its own devices, Claude will default to modern, complicated frameworks. You must explicitly instruct it to use PHP and SQLite. This UI mockup shows the foundational prompt you need. Look closely at the text. You must explicitly tell Claude, only use basic PHP and SQLite. Establishing this rigid constraint right at the beginning bypasses the failure rate commonly experienced by non-coders. It stops the AI from hallucinating tools you don't know how to use. Modern JavaScript frameworks often require dozens of interconnected files and massive folders just to display a blank web page. PHP, by contrast, allows you to write the server logic and the visual layout in a single transparent file. By forcing the AI into an older technology stack, you build an effective guardrail. The system naturally resists generating bloated code and unnecessary dependencies. If you build a beautiful front-end interface without structuring your data first, the application quickly collapses under its own weight when saving user information. Step 2 is data-first design. Prompt Claude to write a PHP script that generates an SQLite database named app.db and specify the exact parameters you want to collect, like a user's name and email address. Claude will output a short block of code. Copy that generated PHP script, paste it into your main file within the Replit environment, and click Run. This file tree mockup shows your immediate visual confirmation of success. When the script executes, a new app.db file appears directly in your directory tree. Skipping this structural step usually results in throwing away whatever visual interface you spent hours designing, because it won't connect properly to a database added as an afterthought. The core rule of vibe coding is absolute. Data architecture must always precede visual design. This ensures the application actually has a foundation to function in reality. Step 3 is the incremental build. You must prompt the application piece by piece to prevent the AI from generating bloated, broken code. Ask Claude for the back-end script to add a single user, connecting directly to the data layer. Asking for too many features at once overwhelms the AI, generating disconnected files and errors. Returning to the safe method, ask Claude for an HTML form. You paste this new front-end code into your IDE and test the form in the live browser view. This verifies that the visual interface successfully connects to the database. Disciplined, single-feature prompting is the absolute only reliable method to construct complex software without piling up technical debt. At this point, you have a complete, live user directory application running in your browser. Looking at this mockup, you can see the direct cause and effect of our work. Typing a user's name into the web form on the left and hitting Submit instantly populates the database table on the right. You have created a working, database-driven application from scratch, using zero manual code and carrying zero technical debt. Your immediate next step is to apply this exact incremental method to add a new feature. Go to Claude and ask it to generate the code for a delete button next to each user. Following these steps shifts your role. You are no longer writing syntax. You are acting as a high-level software architect, directing an AI to build precisely what you need.